everyone, it's Nicole, and I thought I'd work on the scrapbook process video tonight. My husband and my son went swimming, and I'm not particularly fond of water, so they can go enjoy themselves, and I'll stay home and scrapbook. So first, I'm just going to show you what I plan on using. Most of it is from the January kit club from Studio Calico. And some of it is from my own stash. I don't think there's too much from my own stash, but I did grab these Midway buttons from October Afternoon. And the stamp sets that came in the kit. The arrow, not the arrow, but the chevron tip of the arrow, I guess. And this one here. And this was those stars that we got from Prima, I believe, that you can distress. This was the back of the package, and I really like it. I don't know if you can tell there, but it's got a chevron, so I just cut the top off, and I figured I could use that. And from Basic Gray, this came in the kit, the little letters, and the Jenny Bolin Alphas in black, that also came in the kit. And I pulled out both the enamel dots that came in the kit. And this one here, I've taken it out every time. I've never used it yet, so hopefully I get to use it this time. And then I did buy the digital kit that went with this month. And I have them all cut out already, so I just took a whole bunch of it out, including the little cards there. So I just took a whole bunch that matched what I wanted to do. And then I went through my embellishments, and I got these bottle caps that Simon Says, and they're awesome for keeping little embellishments. And what I do is when I work on a project, I just put all the stuff that I want to use in that, like the monthly stuff, I put all together in separate ones. But then instead of having all of that on my desk with, a big chance of me dumping the whole thing out, I have extras, and I just put what I feel like I might use right in that little one. I just keep it by my layout. And then I took this Hero Arts Shadow ink in the Tide Pool. It's the mid-tones. Love those. They're my favorite inks. And then what I do is, this is not my first layout. It's my 5th layout, I believe, from this kit. So there's always scraps. So I always pull out the scraps and then see if I could make a combination that I would like, because I hate that the end of the month comes when you're done and you have big pieces like this. Like, to me, I didn't use this enough. Like, I got to use it more. So so that's what I did. And then as I was putting my stuff together, this kind of fell. This was a scrap, and this was a scrap, and it kind of fell on my page like this, and I'm like, huh. So that's how I'm going to get started. And then from the extras that you could buy, I bought the cardstock. So these two I found match really good. So I guess I showed you everything that and I'm going to scrapbook these. Nope, not those. That's the next layout. These Brooklyn Bridge pictures. So here we go. I'll probably go and fast forward right now. Okay, let's get started. So again, I'm going to take that black paper and just set it on that grid paper. I'm going to outline it first. I'm thinking about outlining that one, but I'm not really sure which side I want to use yet. So I'm just going to distress it, and I'll decide a little later which side I want to use. So I'm just going to cut a little piece of that blue paper to kind of ground the whole thing. And then my pictures, I ran out of my ATG, and usually I have literally no problems doing up my ATG. Like, even when I go to crops, I have people coming to me all the time and getting me to put their ATG together. But for some reason, I don't know if the roll, there's something wrong with it. Anyway, I had one hard time getting it to work. It's getting a little frustrated, and it was just staying really loose. And so I ended up fixing it off camera. So as you can tell, my pictures are a little longer than the actual paper, so to compensate for that, I'm going to put that washi tape underneath. And for some reason, I had one hard time with this layout. I had to keep ripping stuff up, forgetting to put something down, having trouble with the glue oozing everywhere. It just did not want to go together. And then at the end, you're going to see it's going to stop abruptly. The battery died, so I just gave up. I said, I'll just finish it, and there was only the journaling left. And then on my next video, somebody asked me a question, so I'm going to do a video just explaining my process, so I thought I'd just show it then. So I'm going to do the scallop for the bottom of the page, and at first I think I'm going to do it in the bright color, but it really doesn't look good, so I'm going to flip it over and use the other side. And then I start choosing my embellishments. So I'm choosing some for the top right corner and some for the bottom left corner. So really the only thing I've glued up to now is the blue strip and the photos onto the photo mat and onto the journaling card. You're going to see my iPhone a few times. My 1-month-old grandson was in the hospital last week. I was actually there at the hospital with them, so that's why I didn't have videos. So I'm just checking on him. He's out of the hospital now, so but he still has the doctor said it's going to take him about a week to get better. So sad to see someone so little be so sick. But he's a strong little guy, so he's starting to get better. So I'm just choosing more embellishments. I chose some brads, which are not going to make it at the end. And then I wanted a pop of color, so I am going to end up using that red washi tape. So I'm going to start gluing stuff down. I'm going to glue that strip underneath. And then I'm going to glue, more trouble with my ATG. I'm going to glue that center piece down. And then I'm going to try and glue the two little sides, the blue strips, and for the life of me, I could not get them straight. They did not want to go in straight, so I eventually just say, well, if you can't beat it, join it. So I'm just gonna end up making it crooked. I tried, try to straighten it, didn't work. So in the end, I just go crooked, so I don't have to worry about it. I am going to add a bit of twine, red and white twine. Again, I'm just trying to add some colors so it's not just the blue. And like I said, the camera's going to stop, so I am going to staple those off camera, so you're going to see that in the next video. So I'm going to add some red washi tape to the bottom right. No, I'm going to change that. It's going to be to the bottom left with that cluster right here. I'm just going to glue that down, and basically I just took some left over from the top cluster and just moved it down to the bottom. So now I'm just looking for something to stamp. I stamped it 3 times the date, and I'm going to put some foam tape on that flare button. And I'm going to stitch down some blue buttons. I'm also deciding on some enamel dots. I'm going to choose red enamel dots. Oh, and before that, I'm going to stamp arrows to kind of bring some attention to my journaling. But I only wanted 5. So I'm going to clean it off and stamp that. And then I'm going to stamp 3 at the bottom right corner to kind of end the journaling. So my title, it's going to say Brooklyn Bridge. And I'm not going to write Brooklyn at the beginning. And I do notice and fix it. It's just when I'm actually putting the title down. So it's going to be off camera. But I do fix it. I was laughing because as when I noticed, I was thinking, how many people are gonna say, "You forgot the K, you forgot the K," because that's exactly what I would do. Um, so I use pop dots to just secure my buttons down because I don't like it when they move. And I'm gonna have trouble putting my needle or my thread in my needle. I put a little bit of glue, but I'm not patient enough. I don't wait long enough, so it doesn't work. So I'm going to do it again, and this time I'm going to wait. I'm going to put some tools away so I have enough time. There it goes. So I'm going to sew in those buttons, and I'm going to have trouble doing that too. The last button, I end up pulling the thread right through. I'm going to secure it with some washi tape. And it's gonna cut off here soon, but I am going to show you the finished page. Again, someone had a question, so I'm going to finish showing you the page then. So thanks for watching, and the second video should be up soon. See you soon.